Hey guys, it's Villain Fury coming at you with a very special video, my first ever gameplay video on my channel. Really excited for that. If I make mistakes because I'm not used to talking while playing, please forgive me. But yeah, let's get into it. This is the Ground is Lava special challenge from Fantasy Flight Games. We have to play an aerial character, or a character that, can go aerial. So we've got Thor here with his hammer. I think Thor is pretty unusual. I don't see him played a lot, so I thought that would be fun. He's also from the same wave as the villain we have to fight, so I think that's a fun thing to match up. And he's in protection, which is going to be interesting. I'll talk about the deck in a second. So we have to play an aerial character. We have to fight Green Goblin with the flight modular stat, which is very scary. So Green Goblin has this one revealed ability on his, stage 2, which we're starting with because it's expert, where we get 2 extra encounter cards for the first turn. That's going to be awful. But then he's got flight. Flight means he has overkill on all his attacks and +1 as well, and he gets the aerial trait himself. So we're having a battle in the sky. He's on his glider flying around. We have our hammer flying around, and it should be a pretty epic showdown. But the special rule here, the reason it's called the Ground is Lava, is if we go from hero form to alter ego, we take 2 damage. So if we land, we get burned. So in my head, Green Goblin has maybe some Osborne tech to channel the ground, maybe some pumpkin bombs, things are on fire, things are burning, superheated, and we don't want to touch the ground here. But because he's got overkill, it's going to be very hard not to take the amount of damage that, he's going to try and drive us to alter ego. And it's going to be very difficult to deal with. I think a smart player would bring a lot of stuns. I think a stun lock deck absolutely decimates this scenario because you can basically just ignore all the flight modular and then you won't need to go alter ego because you're not taking damage. We are going for a slightly more risky strategy. I think it's a bit more fun for what I want to try and do here. So our strategy revolves around using Tufts to mitigate the damage. Muster Courage is a free cost event. We can only play if we have the Avenger trait, but 4 definitely does. And it's an action that says give up to X characters a tough status card where X is equal to the villain stage number. So we're starting on expert, which means 2 toughs from this, which means we need allies. So we do have a few cheap allies around to throw status cards, stuns onto, stuns, toughs. We don't have anything like Professor X or Nick Fury. We're going in with some more interesting ones, I think, which have either the Avenger, Asgard, or Aerial trait, which will work with our team building exercises in here. And then Hard Knocks is 4 damage, and if it defeats an enemy, give your hero a tough status card. We've also got Ever Vigilant as a really fun aerial card, and since it's an aerial showdown and just a good card, we had to have it. This is 2 threat removed from the main scheme, and ready our hero, which basically means 3 damage as far as 4 is concerned. So let's go ahead and shuffle this all into our deck, and we can do the last steps of the setup. Technically, I think some of this stuff should have in a slightly different order, but for the purposes of, showing off the scenario and, the setup of the decks and stuff in this video, we'll just do it like this because nothing sort of interacts. So our deck is sorted. We then need to find a Goblin Thrall, which is on the other side of this main scheme that I have not got here. There we go. Give this a bit of a shuffle to make things extra spicy and random because we mustn't know what's coming up. Then we'll do his when revealed, which is to get our encounter cards. So, main scheme starts with 2 threat. We start with 2 bonus encounter cards, lucky us, and this Goblin Thrall here. Let's hope we get a good mulligan, because the tempo on Mutagen formula starts off very rocky, and because he doesn't have Goblin gimmicks, his normal modular set, which is very, very easy, it's going to be especially difficult. So, 1, oh, that's good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 cards alter ego with 4, because that's the way they designed them. I could really do with another double. I don't really need my hammer in my hand. I'm thinking Hard Knocks could be really good to try and get, so I'm going to go a bit greedy. We're going to ditch 2 cards, looking for another double. Nope. Looking for another double. Yes, okay. It's protection. Does that work for us? I don't think it does. Actually, I don't know what it's hoping to achieve here. We might not play Death Focus, which is really interesting to get a high tempo start. What I really needed was a triple resource, which is not in this deck, but still think we did good to move through the deck like this. So we're going to start the game here. I like to think, Green Goblin's up to those shenanigans. Spider-Man is probably on vacation. He's maybe gone on a, trip with his school to Europe. So Thor's flying around the city and thought he'd deal with this. So we're going to take the action because we're worthy to find our hammer. It's actually deck and discard pile. Here it is. We'll call it Mir, and it flies to our hand. So let's get this show on the road. We're going to flip down, no doubt about it. We are going to, let's have a look at this. What is the most efficient way I can do things? I can do this for Hard Knocks, this for Daredevil. Still can't play my hammer. Maybe Mulligan, not such a good idea. Really want to get an ally down because it helps with forwarding. It will give us a target for Master Courage. But I'm not sure it works out the way I want it to. I think whatever I do here, I'm going to have something left over unless I don't Hard Knocks. Okay, well this is fine. We'll play the Hammer, we'll use Power Protection to play Daredevil, or overpay for Deft Focus, and everything is fine here. We're going to smack that main scheme down with Daredevil, forwarding for 2. So that's zeroed off at least, which is a relief. We can attack for 3, take out the Goblin Thrall, and we're good to go. So, end of the player phase, we'll ready up and drop to our hand size of 4. Decent hand here. We've got Starhawk with double. We can Lightning Strike. Limit the stamina. We might have a card left over here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to draw into a minion, which will trigger our Have at the response, which I'll show you guys as it happens. If it happens, pretty good odds here with 3 encounter cards from Green Goblin, especially because a lot of the minions coming off boost effects, which is another reason stuns are so good to prevent that. And extra encounter cards means possibly more attacks, more boost cards. It's not good. 1 threat gets added to the main scheme. He's going to attack us for 2, 3 with flight, and then this, we're just going to take it. 4, 5, we're down to 9 health. Not ideal, but this is okay. His response triggers, which says after Green Goblin's attacks and damages you, place 1 threat on the main scheme, so we're up to 2 threat again. Then, lucky us, we get our 3rd encounter card. First one, Wicked Ambition. Discard cards from the encounter deck where X is equal to double the villain's stage number, which is going to be 4. Each time a Goblin is discarded this way, choose to either take 3 damage or put that minion into play with you. 1, okay. We'll put it into play. That will trigger our Have at the response, which is get 2 cards when we engage a minion. We're getting for Asgard, not good. Defender of the 9 Realms, that was just the first one we discarded, right? 2, 3, Hysteria going is good. 4, okay, only 1, that's perfect. So that encounter card was basically just 1 Goblin, and it gave us information about what encounter cards are no longer in the discard pile by discarding them, so that is good. Next one, Goblin Reinforcements. Okay, when revealed, place 1 additional threat here for each Goblin minion in play. That's going to be 1 additional threat, which isn't too bad. That's Defender of the 9 Realms territory. Last card is... No! Okay, Overconfidence is a problem, because this makes him attack us if at least 3 damage was dealt, gain Surge. So we could be getting bad things happening to us. What do I want to do here? I can defend it, which might mean it doesn't Surge. That might be the play. So I can reduce his attack down to 1. If he gets 2 or 3 boost icons, it still Surges, but I think it's worth the risk here, because otherwise I think this game is going to get out of control with early Surge, with the tempo that 4 and Protection can provide. Somehow I'm going to defend for 2. I don't like this at all. He's defending for 2, 3. It's just 3. That's excellent. So it's reduced to 1 because we defended. We do get this other Goblin in play with us, which isn't quite what I wanted, but we're actually okay here. It's not surging. I mean, it technically kind of surged into the Goblin Thrall, but if we didn't defend, we would have had the Goblin Thrall and another encounter card. So yeah, we could have then attacked to defeat him, but we would then take even more damage. So I think this actually worked out in some kind of weird, strange way. If I had more energies, we could Lightning Strike here, but since I have absolutely none, Death Focus will limit stamina. That will let us take out 1 Goblin Thrall. We don't have a defense plan, though. I think we're going to be a little bit crazy here, guys. Humor me, we're going to Defender of the 9 Realms, which removes 3 threat from a scheme after we discard to put a minion in play. So let's go ahead and initiate playing it. So forwarding action, we're going to choose Goblin Reinforcements. Discard from top of the encounter deck and 2 discard a minion. Shadow of the Past is gone. Under Fire is gone. Gang Up is gone. Goblin Soldier, okay. That was a really, really good result in terms of what we discarded. So the future is looking bright. That's another good reason to discard. Just gives us so much information about what's coming up. Yeah, it might leave the bad ones in there and thin out the deck, but at least we can prepare for that. So we get to remove Goblin Reinforcements, which is huge. That is all resolved. But here's the thing. We engaged a minion. Our ability to draw 2 cards when we engage a minion, it's once per phase, so we couldn't do it for the second Goblin Thrall. But we can now do it in the hero phase with Goblin Soldier. That's good. Hard Knocks is very good here. Okay. I'm thinking the double. I want to play Starhawk, but I'm thinking the double and Starhawk for Hard Knocks. I'm thinking Death Focus for Limitless. Then I'm left with these terrible cards in hand. You know what? Maybe there's a world, and I'd say they're not terrible cards, but they're not the cards I want. Let's put it that way. What if that pays for Hard Knocks? These two pay for Starhawk, and then we're in a really good position. That seems good, right? Really would like to play Godlike Stamina now, but I don't think that's happening. So let's open up with Death Focus for Limitless. That will ready us up. That's useful. I'm trying to figure out how to efficiently take out this Goblin Soldier, but it might just be a case that he sits around an extra turn. I think that will be what we do here. So we're going to waste 1 damage, but it's going to be more smooth in the long run, I think. It's Power Protection, Lightning Strike for Hard Knocks. That takes out this bozo. And because we defeated a minion, we get a Tough. Then we are going to Basic Attack, take out the other one. Then we're going to spend these 2 cards on Starhawk. Starhawk, Starhawk is going to attack for 2, and that will get the Goblin Soldier in range for us to basic attack him next turn. So let's put the damage on him. So we're doing pretty good here. I've realized playing Protection with green sort of Goblin-themed characters might be a bit confusing, but hopefully it's pretty clear what's going on here. Okay, let's sort out this stack. How are we looking here? I've got a Tough. Main scheme threat, fine. Not going to worry right now. I'm going to leave Daredevil here to hopefully receive a Tough status card very soon. Let's ready up and go. So, threat goes on the main... wait, went too fast. Got to draw my cards. We readied up, but I didn't draw. Hard Knocks, we got Fording, we got Big Damage, we got Healing. This is a good hand here. We are going to add 1 threat to the main scheme. Green Goblin's going to come and attack us. He is attacking us for 4. We don't care because it hits the Tough. Goblin Soldier's coming at us. He hits us for 1. Big deal. Wish Daredevil had 1 more health to be able to, defend that, but that's fine. Then it's in counter cards. We actually saw Death from Above go, which is pretty good to see. It can hit pretty hard. That's an attack activation. Goblin Soldier. Oh, this is really, really good. Unfortunately, the ping damage from defeating them is going to add up, especially against this scenario. But we get to draw 2 cards with our Have At the ability. 4 is like, bring it on. And we just get 2 great cards. Okay. Cool. I want to play Hard Knocks. I want to play God of Thunder. Those are my priorities here, I think. And I think that actually works out perfectly. If I could Death Focus for Limit Stamina, that'd be great. But I think that leaves me 1 card short. There's a world where I Defender of the 9 Realms for card draw, but I don't think that's going to help us. Yeah, we're 1 short to make the dream come alive exactly the way I want it to. I think just getting that Tough from Hard Knocks is so vital to keep us healthy here, because I'm not confident going Ultra Ego right now. I want to get the main scheme in a position where it can tank a complete villain activation, which is a little risky if we see advance happen, but I think 4 kind of needs that kind of gamble, if I'm honest, in this situation. Yeah. Okay, this will work out. We're not using Death Focus here, which is a little bit sad, but we're going to spend 2 of these cards in hand on God of Thunder. This deck is called Tough and Thunder, by the way. Then what's the order of operations here? I could clear this board, but it means Starhawk is gone. Starhawk could actually return to my hand. That might actually be better. Let me rewind softly here. Rewind softly. Everything's back in hand. Nothing has changed. If I fought with Starhawk, we have that extra card. That extra card is going to be just what we need. Let's do that. So we're going to lose Starhawk from the board, but he will have done a good job here. So he's going to fought for 1 of the main. That defeats him, but he takes consequential damage equal to his health, and his special ability is he will come back to our hand if that is the case. We might as well straight up use him and Hammer Throw to play God of Thunder back to where we were. Want that Tough as the last thing we do. So, Do I sacrifice all my allies here for tempo? This doesn't seem ideal. I really want to get rid of that Goblin Soldier, both of them. And then, yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to attack for free on this guy, taking him out. He is very defeated. Unfortunately, we take a damage for our troubles. Then Daredevil is going to defeat himself to put 1 damage on Goblin Soldier. What is the timing of Hard Knocks actually in these guys? Deal 4 damage to an enemy. Once that sentence is resolved, we will have defeated him, take the damage, then we do the other sentence on Hard Knocks. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. God of Thunder, these 2 cards for Hard Knocks, which will defeat this guy. We take another damage, but we do get a Glorious Tough status card. Starting to wonder if I should have a godlike stamina in hand to heal. But we haven't done any damage yet. I think we really need to push that. This guy's defeated, of course. So we're going to go for it. Death focused for limited stamina to ready up. Is there a world here where I go, oh, should we go here? I probably should have thought of that first, but I'm trying to keep the video moving, you know, for the sake of the viewers. Maybe I should have just left the threat. No, we need the Starhawk to do something to come back to our hand. I can get Ultrigo, go down to 3, heal up to 7. That could be pretty good. I'm thinking that might be what we do here instead. I do want to hit him. I really do. So if I get Ultrigo, it goes up to 3. He's been scheming. It is probably safe still. I think we're going to take that risk. We're actually going to use the Tough to soak the impact from changing form. That's actually pretty good. I did think of that when I made the deck. Forgot about it now. And then we heal. This is a pretty strong position. We do have 2 resource generators now, a fairly clear board, no massive flood of encounter cards. We know we're not getting Under Fire or Shadow of the Past here because we discarded those, so we might take control of the game right now, and hopefully that will last for a while. So let's hope I'm right. We're going to drop to our 5 hand size. Blade is good, Team Building Exercise good, Vivian good, Asgard could be good if things don't go crazy here. Okay, don't mind that hand. Hopefully we're not getting a massive train of minions somehow. Threat goes up to 3. He schemes for 2. And we get the side scheme for our troubles. But there's only 2 threat being added to the main scheme, which is good. That puts us at 5 on the main scheme. Then it's our actual encounter card, which is a Goblin for all. This is fine. I want to play Ever Vigilant, and I want to play Asgard. I don't think I've got the resources to make that happen. So our plan instead might be to play Team Building Exercise and use Team Building Exercise to play Blade. Then I'm still going to be 1 short for what I want to do. How do I get more resources here? I don't. That is the 4 problem. The small hand size, 1 more card would make everything better. New plan. Let us commit to playing Team Building Exercise. I can play Vivian. If Team Building Exercise worked toward Asgard or Death Focus did, I'd be having... Actually, Team Building Exercise does work toward Asgard. Hold up. That could be very, very good. We're going a little bit slow here. We're going to take a lot of damage from this Goblin Nation if I go for this. I'm a little bit scared. Especially with the threat on the main scheme, I'm very likely to go over. But I think the setup here is so strong. This is really, really in conflict because nothing works out quite perfectly. Like if I don't heal here, I can flip down, take that Goblin out. The Green Goblin's still going to hit me for a lot. And I wouldn't have healed, so I need to flip again, and then the main scheme. Main scheme's basically going anyway here. Unless I play someone to fort. Maybe I just Team Building Exercise and Vivian. I think that might be our move here. Still not a great move. Maybe I just don't Team Building Exercise at all. Which lets us Ever Vigilant and Vivian. Which is good. I really want to play some of this resource generation. I really do. That's going to help us so much. But 4 just cannot keep up with the pressure a lot of the time. This is what will be Asgard and Blade, but then we just still got a lot of damage coming our way. Master Courage has not shown its face, which is a little bit sad. I think I need to make sure I'm healthy. And I think what that means is we're going to go for a higher tempo play here, which means I'm going to have to not set up. We're going to heal to 13 health. We're going to flip down. Then we're going to spend Asgard and team building exercise on Ever Vigilant, moving 2 threat from the main. We ready up. We're then just going to attack, take out the Goblin Thrall. Then with God of Thunder and Blade, we'll play Vivian. And Vivian is a really fun ally. Vivian has this cool response where she can blank attachments, non-elite minions, and non-permanent side schemes. No elite minions out. There's a side scheme, but it's not permanent, so we could blank it. But we can actually blank this attachment. It doesn't care if the attachments are permanent or not, which is a nice little loophole. I'm just going to use this crisis little token I've got randomly just to say this is blank. He doesn't have Overkill for now. That means we can exist in a world where we can chump block with Vivian. She is going to, in that regard, attack for 1. Sorry, attack for 1. Yep. He's down to 17. She got the first hit on him, which is kind of funny. We should be in a strong position here. I said that last time, but we should be in a strong position here because we'll block the attack. Everything is kind of okay. Let's drop to our hand size at the end of the, after the player phase ends. There's Master Courage. Great. I could try and leave Vivian up to get that. It means we're going to take a big hit here. Then we can Master Courage and God of that will get paid for that. One shot. We'll see. Really depends if I'm going to get a minion here, which I don't know if we are. If that doesn't happen, though, our hand is looking a bit sad. So I think we do take the hit now. But we are taking at least less damage from flight, being blanked. Actually, I don't think that blanks the attack little boost, which, okay, never mind. We tried. So, villain phase, up to 2 threat. He's attacking us. We are sadly going to take it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ouch, we're down to 7, but I'm glad I healed and had that higher tempo turn. Counter card, please be a minion. It's Goblin Thrall! Let's go, that's huge. Have at thee! I get to draw 2 cards. I believed in the heart of the cards, and I got the result I wanted, guys. It's real. Never doubt, never doubt. And we've got an ally here for Master Courage. Beautiful. Another one. I mean, I already had Vivian, I guess. So I guess if I really believed in the heart of the cards, I should have blocked with her, knowing I'd get this card draw, knowing I'd get another ally. But, we believed in half of the heart, and sometimes that's all you need. Great. Okay. Over to us. I think I forgot to put the threat on because he damaged us. I got a bit carried away. So that goes up to 5. Genius for Victor. Then I can play Muster from what's in hand. Means we have research generators going unused, but things haven't quite lined up with the superpowers either how I wanted to. This is fine. Honestly, this is really good because now what we're going to do is have Vivian do what I wanted to do originally. Remove Goblin Nation. That defeats her. Also, the scheme is no longer blanked for this round. This turn round, whatever. So that is gone, which is good. I'm going to punch Goblin Thrall into the middle of next month. Genius for Victor Mancha. I don't know if that's a genius move, but it's the move we're making. 3 other cards. Do you want to keep any of these for next turn? Maybe Ever Vigilant. So we'll be clever about this. God of Thunder. These 2 resources here for Master Courage, which is going to let us throw down some toughs. 1 for Victor, 1 for me. Now we're really safe. Ever Vigilant we'll keep in hand because it's such a good card, and it's pretty applicable. It can remove threat. It will help us deal damage. So don't really have anything to lose by keeping hold of that. And I don't know how many I've got left in my decks. One of our better cards, probably 1. Yeah, that looks like there's 1 left in the deck. So we're going to end the player phase there. Threat, super dicey, but that's okay. If it goes over, I am okay with it. We're going to drop to our hand size, which is still 4. 4 for 4. Okay, we got the other Ever Vigilant, but this is okay, actually, because we're going to get a minion here, no doubt, to boost our hand size. Threat goes up. It's now 6 out of 7. He's coming to attack us with flight. It's going to be 3, 4, 5 onto our tough. No problem, no damage, no response from him. Our encounter card is Goblin Soldier. Let's go. 1, 2. That's the cards from Have At Thee. And we're going to smell this going to the middle of next year, I believe. Really want to play Night Nurse as well. Really want to play Brother Voodoo, but he's not essential. Somehow still nothing for Deft Focus here. My test games, I did a couple before this because I wanted to get used to talking and playing with this. It was doing a ton of work, and it has now forsaken me. I think there's a world where I play Brother Voodoo first. He gets us a card. It's not going to work out perfectly well like that. So let's commit to playing Night Nurse. Let's God of Thunder, Forever Vision. I'm still kind of one short here. Game, I need you to work with me. How many limited staminas do we have left in our deck? Because I would really like to have one right now. There's 1, 2. What are the odds in this amount of cards that I get limitless? Pretty good, I think. There's not that many there. Sometimes you got to take a risk. That's what they taught me at Thor School, at Flight School, at the School of Hard Knocks, I should say, with this deck. So 2 cards in God of Thunder are going to pay for Brother Voodoo being played. That was hard to say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're not familiar with him, he lets me search the top 5 cards of my deck for an event. Boom, there's limited stamina. Not even going to look at the rest. Don't care. Not interested. You know, I probably should just to figure out what's still in my deck. Another Master Courage, another God of Thunder. Double resource, that will help pay for some of that stuff. Seems pretty good to me. We will shuffle, and I think we're good to go. Limitless for Deft, and then we can Ever Vigilant. We're losing Night Nurse, but I think that's absolutely fine because we're getting so much value right now. So let's get things back on track here. What's the best way to do that? I can take out the soldier. I miss a damage, but I think that's going to be the best thing to do. I attack for 3. I spend Deft Focus on Limitless. Ready up. I attack for 3 more. Goblin Soldier's gone. Take a damage. Oh no. Then we'll Ever Vigilant with those 2 resources, which readies us up and removes 2 threat from the main. Then we can swing for 3. So we're making some progress now. We sort of do have control of the game. Brother Voodoo is falling as well. Takes 2 consequential damage. And that's pretty nice. We have a tough out on the board still. So threats under control. We've got a tough on the board. We've got 2 allies, which is quite a powerful setup to have. Let's keep going. I want to play Hammer Throw. I want to get some momentum really here because I don't want this game to go on long enough for the main scheme, main deck to reset. Got Master Courage, got Machine Man. I'm 1 short of playing them both. Might defend with 9 rounds here though and fix that. Let's see what happens. So got my 4 hand size. The threat goes up. Goblin's coming to attack us. We take it over Victor Mancha, so he'll exhaust to defend it. 2, 3, just 3. That hits a tough. That's fine. Encounter card is High Ground. Discard each tough status card from each friendly character. Joke's on you, we just spent it. 4 is too strong for you, Green Goblin. 2 indirect damage. Well, guess what? Victor Mancha has kindly volunteered to take that 2 indirect damage. It would be 4 if Green Goblin had the Brute trait, but he does not. He has the Goblin trait and Aerial trait. Then it's over to us. That was super chill. That was fine. Since nothing is on fire, we're going to put things on fire. We're going to use Defender of the 9 Realms. This is a card that lets us remove 3 threat from a scheme, but we must first discard until we find a minion. There are some nasty ones in here, but one of them stuns us when revealed. So if we get it through Defender of the 9 Realms, it's put into play, it is not revealed, which means we dodge the stun. So even if we get one of the bigger minions, I don't have a problem with it. Oh, no, we got a cheap one. It's the first card we discarded. Okay, that's good. Multiple things happen at once here. I can trigger my response to draw 2 cards. That's good. Then we get to 0 the threat, which is not something I'm used to saying with 4. Let me tell you, not in protection. And Defender of the 9 Realms is resolved. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We're almost certainly going to Master Courage here. Can we do anything fancier? There is a world where we Machine Man and Master Courage. I think that's really good. There is a world where we play another God of Thunder. We'll float a resource, but we will be in a good position. But I think we want to set this up. So let's go ahead and spend these cards. Sleeves coming out. They're very cheap sleeves. I hate them, but I'm too far committed now. So let's play Machine Man here. Let us use God of Thunder and Energy for Master Courage. No reason not to do it now. Let's throw one on me. One on... Good news and bad news. I ran out of disk space to record this, so the video cut off. The good news is I realized pretty much immediately, which is very, very lucky. Glanced at my screen and was like, that's an error message. So all you guys missed was I put a tough on Victor. I exhausted, I believe, to take out this Goblin for all, and that was it. We ended the turn here. God of Thunder was spent, but I was resetting up for the next phase, so it should be like that technically. But that's how everything was. Everything was like this. So we're back in the game. I was really sad about that because I was enjoying this game and I did not want to have a problem. So glad we caught that. I saw what this card was. I was about to shuffle my deck. Our last card is Hammer Throw. This is why I couldn't find any of the big damage. So that was a card we had not seen yet. Let's shuffle up. We get our extra encounter card as well. Oh no. But we have two toughs, so we're in a good position to take all this. Then we can even start to let the main scheme go, which I know might sound crazy, but I want to get some forward momentum here. Really want to play that Hammer Throw we just got. So, got Hammer Throw in my hand. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, big protection card. 4. Okay. Okay, well, we're probably playing our helmet here. And we can replay our hammer at least. So this is fine. We have things set up fine. So the encounter cards aren't too bad. We do have a high chance to get a minion here to have at thee, which is going to be really, really good. 1 threat on the main scheme. What a loser. He's then attacking us for 3, 4, 5, but then we shuffle monster back into the encounter deck. So we know monster's not our face down card, which means 1 less minion, that it could be. So we'll see what we draw here. So that's done. I think I said 5, but we're just taking it on the tough, so it doesn't matter. His response doesn't trigger. Get our next encounter card. So reveal stuff. We can go Ultra Rego here. Interesting options. I don't think his second option on his obligation of the old style one is that bad. We lose Mimir, but we can get the hammer back to hand with our Ultra Rego action. We do get stunned. So really it's stun and have to pay a resource is basically the downside here. Is that better than exhausting? I think we are going to exhaust, and I think we are not going to go Ultra Rego. I have to exhaust Odinson though. This is a Goblin. We lose out. Kind of annoying. With Hammer Throw here, if the next card is a Goblin, we can defeat it with just Hammer Throw. I can just exhaust to get rid of the stun. And I can get my hammer back in play after Hammer Throwing. Wish I could Hammer Throw first. That would make all my dreams come true. Okay, we're going to have to go Ultra Rego and exhaust. Not what I wanted. But this is removed from the game, so Odin is no longer angry with us. Hooray. Next encounter card. It's Monster! What? Okay. When revealed, you are stunned. Should have taken a stun effect. That is shocking. What are the odds of him being on top there? Ultra annoying. And now we're exhausted, so I can't get rid of the... Green Goblin, why you got to do this to me? We now don't really have a turn here. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay. Yikes. Let's flip down to hero form. We are going to Hammer Throw because I got to get rid of the stun, and I got nothing else to do with this hand. So, God of Thunder and Strength for Hammer Throw. That's just going to remove the stun, though. That's awful. Wait, Hammer Throw is a superpower. Death Focus. I almost forgot I had superpowers in this deck. Let's rewind. Let's say God of Thunder, Death Focus, and Power Protection for Hammer Throw. That removes the stun. Then Strength will play our helmet. We had to exhaust our hammer, but because we were stunned, it replaced actually the throwing and returning it to our hand, which is really good. That bumps us up to 11 health. That's not bad at all. I was exhausted, though. That's where that came from. Now I've got some things I can do with the allies here, but do I want to? I don't know, guys. I've only got 1 tough left. If there's extra attacks here, I might want Machine Man to soak it. We can still soak it with 2. Let's go ahead and put 1 damage onto Monster from Machine Man. But if I get 1 ready, we can take him out in a different way. But I'm fine letting the main scheme go, but I want to get some momentum here. Okay, let's go. We are going to ready up and be absolutely, completely, and utterly fine here. Maybe a Hard Knocks would be good. 1 more card. It's Hard Knocks! Believed in the heart of the cards. We're living the dream. So, let's keep it going. Gotta remember where the heck I'm now in everything going on. The villain phase is starting. Threat goes on. He's attacking us. We're blocking with Victor. It's gonna be 2, 3, 4, 5 from the boost effect, but that's just gonna hit the tough. We're not worried about that at all. Monster attacking for 3 is more of a problem. I think this is where Brother Voodoo comes in, blocking that 3 damage. But he did some good work for us. We salute him. Next up is our encounter card. Maybe be a cheap goblin? Pumpkin Bombs. Oh, one of the easiest encounter cards. I don't care about the indirect damage. In fact, I think Victor has volunteered to take one of those already. So that's going to stay there. So he's got Pumpkin Bombs, which means when he attacks us, after it concludes, we get to take 2 indirect damage. Lucky us. But I'm not worried at all. So let's go ahead. We're going to try and take Monster out. And I think we can do that no problem. I can spend Defender of the 9 Realms and Power of Protection on Hard Knocks, which will, after Machine Man damages him, allow us to take him out and get a tough. Then I can ready up with Limitless Stamina and hit Green Goblin. Kind of want to Defender of the 9 Realms here, but I think we're going to play it a little bit safe since the board is currently under control. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Machine Man could actually do more here, but I don't have a different way to make things happen. You know, I could spend God of Thunder on his interrupt, but it won't really help us. So, Machine Man is going to deal 1 damage more to Monster. And then we'll spend our double resource and Defender on Hard Knocks, which is 4 damage here. Defeating him gives us a tough, which is particularly good. Then it is time to be limitless. It is time to attack for free, ready up by spending Death Focus on Limitless Stamina, and then attack again, which is a total of 6 damage in 2 parts, bringing him to 8 health from 14. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that we're healthy. I'm almost tempted to go Alter Ego here, just to keep up some momentum, but you know I'm going to get the minion then. It's my counter card. I think there's a couple of thralls left, maybe. Let's see what happens. Have we seen the Goblin Knight yet? The Goblin Knight has 7 hit points, which is slightly irritating compared to the other options. Yep, he's still in there. Okay, 4 card hand size still. There's Asgard though. Oh my god, what a terrible hand here. Yikes. I'm glad the board is clear, because we do not have solutions right now. Threat goes on. He's attacking us. We have a tough. We'll take it. 2, 3, 4. Hits a tough. Pumpkin bombs go off. Oh no. Well, Victor's going to take one of them. I'll take the other. Then it wasn't damaged from an attack, so we don't trigger his response. Then it's encounter card. It is overrun. That's okay. And he has 1 threat per person. I'm 2 used to 2 player. That's very good for us. Then it's our turn. Cool. Machine Man is going to sacrifice himself for the cause, defeating Overrun. Overrun means we must discard 2 cards from the encounter deck and put each Goblin minion discarded that way into play engaged with us. 1, 2. It is just Goblin Knight, who we knew was coming up. But we got rid of the other piercing thing here as well, which is handy. Because we engage this minion, have at the will trigger. We got Hammer Throw, which is the perfect solution to a Goblin Knight-shaped problem. Machine Man did unfortunately perish while saving the day. You know what? He's just knocked out. He's recovering. He's got a couple bruises. Don't even worry about it. Sure as everything his health insurance covers. If I put down hammer throw and these resources here, that will all pay for hammer throw is what I'm trying to say. Taking this guy out, dealing one over there. Then I think I can play for Asgard and replay my hammer. Sorry, I can play Starhawk with for Asgard and replay my hammer. Or I don't replay my hammer right now and get Asgard out. That card draw is going to be so useful. But I like the tempo. Want to get things moving. So, 1, 2, 3 resources for hammer throw. That's 8 damage with Overkill onto Goblin Knight. Doing 1 to the villain. We also return our hammer to our hand simultaneously. We will replay it with for Asgard. Really would like to get this healing, but this is fine. We'll then play Starhawk. Starhawk's coming in hot. I'm gonna thwart for for 4. Excuse me. We're gonna thwart him. Attack. We're gonna thwart his health down to 4. You know what I mean. We're attacking for 4. For 3 with 4. It's really hot here, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no other excuses to make. Starhawk could knock him down to 2 health. I'm not scared of the main scheme going over. Let's have that happen. We're in damage mode now. If I can get like 2 hammer throws in hand and a double or something, maybe we can end it here. I haven't done the maths. I don't have as many resource generators out as I would like because I've been going for tempo. Let's see what happens. We're readying up, drawing cards. Lady Sif is pretty decent. Ever Vigilant is good. Night Nurse, good. Not a big damage turn here. If we had a way to get Tufts, I might just flip him anyway and then tank the results. But since we don't, looking like we might have a bit of a slow kind of around here. He gains a threat. He's coming to attack us, and I didn't have a tough solution. Could I have gone Ultra Ego here? Would this be the time to do it? Well, we're taking it now. It's going to be 3. Just 3 damage. Oh, that's fine. We're down to 7. He gets to add another threat because that's what his response does. And then it's encounter cards. Be a weak goblin. It's not, but it's overrun, which might become a weak goblin. 1 frown there. No problem. Over to us. Cool. Well, that solves that problem. Starhawk's going to thwart for 1, which defeats this. We discard 2 cards, and we get a kind of weak goblin for our troubles. Have at the triggers, which gets us limitless and ever vigilant. Well, that's some damage. But because of that, Starhawk is defeated, but it's the perfect amount of consequential damage to snap him back to our hand. So that's pretty good. Goblin Soldier, I will fight you. Are you worthy? I don't think he is. How much damage could I do here if I really went for it? Ignoring the Goblin Soldier, just tanking his 1 damage, I can do 3, 6, 9, 12, which just means 1 hammer throw next turn, and we probably win. I've just seen advance go. How many advances are left? Because we could flip down and be absolutely fine there. Because we're obviously going to lose the main scheme if I do that. There's 1 advance left. The main scheme, I think, is relatively generous on the next side. I think we can afford to do this. We've seen the stun go now, so that's good. I will have a spare resource this way. If any machine man was out to make use of it. Maybe we keep Lady Sif in our hand. Or maybe we play Lady Sif now and keep Ever Vigilant or something. How does the maths work out on that? Lady Sif is kind of expensive. So let's say I dedicate those cards to playing her. It should come in, deal 2, but also ready us up. Deft does this. I think I'm 1 short to make this really happen the way I want it to. Is it mathematically better to play Starhawk then? Because he will get us 4 damage for our troubles. I mean, I don't actually want to Ever Vigilant too much if we're letting the main scheme go. Especially if we double Evervision. The main scheme just is really going to make us very safe, though. So, okay, I think that is still absolutely the play here. So, 2 cards from our hand for Oh, hold on. Hold up. Too quick. Too quick. I attack Green Goblin, knocking him into his final form. Deal each player 3 encounter cards. Well, the deck is going to reset, which means Under Fire and Shadow of the Past are potentially coming back here. But I'm okay with this. So he now has 20 health. Nothing else, I think, happens there. Then we're going to spend 2 cards for Ever Vigilant. Readying ourselves, removing 2 threat, not in that order. We will attack again for free. He's down to 17. Got him on the ropes. I'm going to keep Lady Sif in hand. Is that true? What health would he be down to here? 11. I just need a hammer throw. But what if I don't get it? It's Night Nurse better to keep. Regardless, we'll just let's def focus because we're definitely doing that. Readies us up. We attack for free. It's down to 14. And that's gone. Lady Sif guarantees us 5 damage with our basic attack if we don't get exhaustion or something. That's 8. So we'd only need to draw into 3 damage. Where's exhaustion? Where's exhaustion? There's master plan. There's exhaustion. We're safe. Okay. We'll keep Lady Sif in hand because it's just a safe play. So God of Thunder and Night Nurse for Ever Vigilant. Getting that threat down again. We ready up. We attack for free. He's down to 11. Now, because we are terrified of being defeated, we're going to run away Alter Ego. But then we're going to end our turn. I started to ready up too early because I'm a little bit eager for the win and also a little bit nervous for the loss here. So we get 5 cards here. There's the damage we needed. We absolutely have the damage we need in hand. There's Hammer Throw. All we need to do is not lose to some crazy... Oh, I had an extra... Shouldn't have drawn this card because I still had Lady Sif as my 5th card I was keeping. So I'm going to shuffle that back in. Sorry, guys. Getting used to talking and, recording. Everything is fine. Okay, so here we are, adding threat to the main scheme. Then the villain is scheming, which will be the final encounter card, which means we dodge the acceleration token. That's pretty good. A lot of noise outside, so I might just wait for a second. But as we get this as a boost card, the deck resets actually at that moment, so let's do that. Giving it a juicy shuffle. Okay, skimming for 2. Just 2, and that was advanced. That was, I thought we'd seen both of the advances. I guess we hadn't. So, that's really good news for us. So, actually, what happens there is he schemes just for 2. The main scheme is still safe, even after this Goblin Soldier adds on another threat. So, it's up to 5. Then the Dark Times, then the encounter cards. I think even if we're stunned, we can still do this. So let's see what happens. Oh, when I went Alter Ego, I didn't take the Ground is Lava damage. So there it is. Encounter card number 1, Death from Above. The villain schemes with like a million scheme. Basically, he's getting +3, so it's 5 baseline. It's definitely going over. It's gone all the way over by like 7. This goes away. The when completed effect doesn't trigger if I'm engaged with a Goblin minion. So thankfully, that when completed, useless. We go to the next one, which advances. It comes in with 4 threat per person. We are just 1 person. Everything's still okay here. We have like 7 threat left, so even another one of those cards, we might still be okay if it doesn't go quite that crazy again. Aerial Bombardment. Villain gets +1 attack and ignores Retaliate keyword while attacking a non-aerial character. Don't care about that. That's just a non-card for us right now. So that's an attachment. Goblin Glider. Don't care about that either. That just gives him +1 attack. It's actually in with the highest printed hit points. Yeah, we know where that's going. Finally, we have Goblin Thrall. Has guard. Minor problem, but this is fine. Guys, I think we might have done it. Let's see if we can do this. Sorry if everything's not on the screen. There we go. Okay, let's get this happening. I'm just going to flip to hero form. I'm flying again. I'm going to attack for free, taking out the guard minion. No problem. Then, do I have enough for this? Imagine if I didn't. Then we'll use Blade and Defender of the Nine Realms for Ever Vigilant, removing 2 threat from the main scheme, and readying ourselves up. We will attack for free, taking down to 10, 9, 8. Do you guys know what does 8 damage? It's called Hammer Throw. Death Focus, God of Thunder, Lady Sif, sorry. We've thrown our hammer, so we take Mimir, we spin it around, and we launch it, and it goes sailing forth right into his face. Boom! 8 damage. Oh, look at that. 0. Isn't that beautiful? Perfect lethal. And that's actually what we needed. So, we win. We did it! We defeated the Grounders Lava Challenge with Protection 4. They said it couldn't be done. Nobody actually said that. I'm making it dramatic. But we did it, so that's really exciting. If you watched all of this, thank you so much for watching my first gameplay video. I really enjoyed this. 4 is always a really fun hero, especially when I got to bust out this promo that my partner got me. So that's really, really nice. So yeah, awesome. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. We have probably more gameplay coming up on the channel now. Probably not going to do it super often. Maybe we'll do these challenges, though, for the next few weeks. I'm not sure. But the normal analysis is going to be happening. I want to keep doing villain videos and modular stuff, but they keep releasing, there's a hero preview of Magneto. Now Jubilee's about to come out. I think I will be able to get her, guys, even though maybe she's not coming out when she should in the UK. Let's see what happened. Let's see if we can have a little bit of magic. But yeah, really enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.